100% of the time.
We are experiencing competition culture, guys. We'll be back in the game in a second. We'll just keep talking about these picks on her in the ADC lane as we head into game now. On her for the ADC role, a lot of wave push, a lot of lane pressure for the ADC of Legacy, but a pick we haven't really seen too much of.
Yeah, I don't know. It's still good, but it's not top meta pick, mainly because you want that attack speed and you want that pen as well, right? So, I don't know. Anher's good in that his early game is super strong, his late game as well with the critting, and if you get pen as well, then top that off with his passive. It's pretty strong, but we'll see how Limits does on this, and perhaps he might be able to drag it back into meta, because there's no reason not to play him, right?
Exactly. He's got tremendous early game. He's relevant all game. Yeah, we'll have to see if maybe this is the Anher renaissance in the OPL, but we're starting the game now. Waves creeping up to each other. Look at Freemason starting here cheekily over near Desecrator. Desecrator doesn't know he's here. He spots him out now as he 360s on the spot. Maybe that's the strategy for why he 360s so much. So he can see if the jungler's creeping up on him.
I'm just so confused by this Kakolkin pick. Like we said, okay, so stream went down just before, guys, but what we were saying is that there's so many other picks to get there. I mean, Poseidon, Giannis, Agni, and Ra were all open, but they went for Kakolkin instead, and they've got no appeal for this Kakolkin. So, I don't know, I can't look at it and be convinced that it's going to do well.
I'm anticipating it minimum 5 to 6 deaths. Minimum.
I can agree with that, yeah.
Kanga invading, though, on this right-hand side. They're going to go ahead and take away the speed buff from Legacy, but Legacy have already got the counter invade down on both the speed and the blue buff. Envisionizing KO get the speed and blue buff, and they're going to take away the fire elementals. They are going to lose some lane pressure here and lose some minions to the tower, but overall they get themselves a nice little bit of golden experience in hand.
Yeah, so already, I mean, invading's great here for Legacy because they need that advantage as early as possible so that they can then pressure this mid lane. They need to jump on Desecrator every single time because his ultimate is great and his wave clear is great with that tornadoes as well. So the earlier they can keep him shut down and then like keep him there, keep him behind, then the easier it will be for Legacy to end this game. But as we said, there's no peel here for Desecrator, so his survivability is absolute minimum, and then it's basically 4v5 from there for Legacy. So
he's even started the level 2 Soul Trap. He doesn't have the Imperial Helmet start like Idavine's doing, so he's going to be a little bit vulnerable here in the early game. Oracle Harpies though taken by Kanga, so they're getting some nice early farm and experience here, taking away a lot of that neutral farm from the enemy team. Forest guys taking a bit of poke over here on the left hand side. Kanga though, they really need to get a lead early if they want this team composition to work.
Yeah, they have to try to get ahead as early as possible, try to take away everything that they can. They need to invade, but the problem, again, I'm going to keep returning to this. Oh, Envisionize is ulted there from the circuit. Divine's ult will not land in the... That is not first blood to Legacy. So 2 ultimates already.
Very close.
Freemason coming for the kill? Will we see it? Will we see it? No, he's not able to land anything. The ultimate popped here for Envisionize beats from Freemason. Envisionize with that speed buff and anything on cooldown will give him extra move speed, so he's able to run away. Wise decision by Freemason, but poor execution.
I'm surprised Envisionize wasn't taken down there. As he said, a little bit off in his execution was Freemason. Chuckle's now going to go ahead and take away these fire elementals from Kanga. KO maybe looking to contest here, but not terribly important. This is single minion. Chuckles is going to get it. KO can't get off enough damage to really make him feel the hurt or punish him for that one. Frenzy popped over on the left-hand side as Galen jumps on the spot. Limits is level 5. Tory Skies isn't though, as Weave pops the Terra's Blessing as well. So this fight is going Legacy's ways. Limits picks up the first blood of the Galen. Tory Skies has transformed into that dragon, but he's got no mana left, and a great stun from Limits, and another follow-up from Weave is going to lock Tory in place. He's still alive. Okay, Weave, thank you for picking up that kill. I would have been triggered if he dropped it.
Oh wow, on the right side though, our Chuckles is able to pick up a kill onto Invisionize. 3-0 already for Legacy. 4 minutes in the game. This is so much better than the previous game. So much faster as well.
Oh, right-hand side, we're now seeing an invade come out of Legacy, taking away the speed buff. Blue buff obviously going to be the next target. They have 3 members over here. KO needs to play very safely.
Indeed. So we'll see what Legacy could do with this lead now. They have to capitalize on it, and they will be able to.
Yeah, they need to really focus on Desecrator at this point now. He's finished off Book of Thoth. He doesn't have boots, so he's very, very immobile at the moment. And you can really punish that as a Saket with a speed buff and really set up for your Vulcan, who's, you know, not kind of hit his big power spike, but is still doing a decent amount of damage with his backfire, with his meatball, and with his ultimate. So they really need to be looking to punish this Kukulkan pick.
Yeah, I mean, they have to. Because once Kukulkan has got any kind of damage, he's able to steal any objective from a very far distance. So they need to be able to see what is coming and try to steal that away with that massive damage.
As we take a look at the graphs, we're now seeing a 2,300 experience, 1,700 gold difference in favor of Legacy Esports. Not really too much to write home about at this stage, but still, they have a lead early, which they didn't have last game. Kanga took control of that game from the early stage. It was only in the mid to late game that Legacy really kind of brought back control.
Yeah, it was indeed. So, we'll see if this game goes for 50 minutes, or perhaps Legacy are able to close it out a bit earlier. I mean, they do have that huge advantage already. So we'll see where we go from here, but I can see that Freemason he'll be a lot more aggressive and he'll start a lot more fights, and then from that the rest of the team will be able to follow up, rather than the previous game where almost nothing happened.
I'm a little bit concerned looking at Kanga. No Sunder picked up here at the start, and you know, that might not seem like the biggest issue in the world, but Sunder's such a powerful relic, and especially early when you making people take extra damage, as Tory Skies takes damage here from Freemason, but it's such a powerful relic early on. You know, Weave's already picked up one for the side of Legacy. I'm surprised that Kanga haven't picked up one, given how, you know, effective that could be when someone's stuck in the middle of a Kukulkan whirlpool.
Whirlwind, you mean? But yeah, no.
That's what. Yep, that's what I meant.
Yeah. So the Sunder, I mean, questionable again. They should have gone for the fighting Nike or even Susanoo picking that one up instead of the beads. Why does Susanoo even have the beads? The only thing
he can get away from the Saketo like he did before.
But does he need to?
No, not really. He's so mobile.
Exactly, right. So
he might be the only character that's maybe more mobile than Saket. I suppose Saket has the jump to get over walls, which a Susanoo doesn't have, but he's still very mobile, and he's definitely not the target of the Saket here in the early game, which is going to be the Kukulkan, which hasn't died yet, and I'm a little bit triggered by that because it's 7.5 minutes in. This is a Kukulkan without boots, and he hasn't died yet when this is Saket on the enemy team. Yeah,
the only thing that's keeping him alive is the beads. So if Freemason ulted him and then ran away and came back, he still would have got a kill. Like, there's no reason for Desecrators to still be alive here, and that's the fault of Legacy. But Kanga, they should be counting their blessings, because 3 stacks there on that Book of Thoth for Desecrators. That's a miracle.
Gold Fury was looked at there by Legacy, but now returning their sights to Tory Skies. Galen forced to jump away, is stunned out by Weave. Tory Skies misses his hammer. Desecrators looking to come in here towards this Gold Fury as Legacy started up once again. KO's TP'd around the back, but he's taking a lot of poke. There's an Archie ultimate onto Eye Divine. Spirit of the Night Winds come through, but there was no target there for Desecrator to hit. So Kanga have burnt a lot here, but they haven't got much out of it. As now Chuckles is punishing Envision Eyes, and Limit picks up the kill with the Desert Fury. KO in a bit of trouble here. Chuckles looking for Galen. Limit picks up KO. Chuckles picks up Galen. Desecrator forced to run away under his tier 1 tower, and Tory Skies in the dragon form forced to jump away. So this Gold Fury has now opened up for Legacy.
Yeah, I mean, not hitting anything with the ultimate from Desecrator was really, really bad. I mean, if he had hit
by
it...
Tori as well.
Rest in peace. Feels bad, man.
That was good for Freemason there, that like recognized it to chase down the kill. Oh, there we go. There's the first Kukulkan there. But it was good recognition there by Freemason to just keep the Dragon away from the Gold Fury and realize that he has a big kill potential there. And he goes and picks it up and he puts Tory Skies further behind. A little bit of extra golden experience for him. And his team can clearly pick up the Gold Fury.
Yeah, I mean, so that's even more of a lead there for Legacy, but again, it's that Kukulkan ultimate not hitting anything. It needs to hit because it's massive damage compared to Divine's ultimate as well. I mean, it deals so much more damage unless Vulcan is really far ahead and he fires it from a huge distance, but at the same time you can see that coming, you can hear it, you can get away, but the setup needs to be there for Kanga, for Desecrated to be able to get that ult off and be able to carry these fights.
Mid lane limits and the rest of the Legacy crew getting some damage there onto Envision Eyes, who takes a huge amount of damage to the backfire as well. The turret picks up the kill. Oh, poor Envision Eyes. Really not having a great game after his fantastic performance in game 1. 0-3 thus far for the jungler of Kanga.
0-3, not what you want. Especially not on a Susanoo after a Ravana game where he just went and engaged and stop people from doing anything that they wanted to. So warrior junglers, envisionized strengths, maybe?
I don't know. He played it. He's got a nutty counter post.
Okay. Shouldn't
Desecrator,
everyone there because he deals so much damage?
Again.
Okay. Well, that's good. What are we up to?
We're getting closer. 0-2.
Yeah.
KO altered there by Freemason as well. Ambushes in as Limits picks up the one-on-one kill on Galen. Well, not quite a one-on-one as Chuckles is there as well. Tory Skies is dead. Limits though has a triple kill along with his team over towards the middle of this fight. KO, a lot of trouble here in the mid lane. It jumps away. Limits jumping after him, looking for the quadra kill. Can he find it? One auto, can't hit the second. Weave chasing him down, but KO was no longer in the radius. Gets the stun. Weave with the basic attack will pick up the kill onto the solo laner. 13-0 is Legacy right now.
If you had told me that game 1 was 50 minutes while watching this game without watching game 1, I don't think anyone would believe you. Because this is so much in favor of Legacy.
Night and day.
Kanga must be so tilted after losing that first game.
Yeah. Yeah. Whew. Tilt is, yeah, a light way of putting it, I would think.
Completely 90-degree angle.
Ooh, 3 kills. Fine, okay, Legacy making up for letting this Kukulkan get away with the early game now, as they picked up 3 kills in about 5 minutes onto this mid laner. Taurus Guys is jumping around Divine here. Tilt factor is real right now for Kanga.
Wow. Okay, so how do Kanga come back? Be positive, shall we? So there's a few options. One is to play passive and give Legacy everything that they like start to engage for, and then just take the farm where you can, and then try to make picks. That's one option. I think that's the only option, though.
Yeah, it's really about trying to catch someone out of position or catching Legacy if they overextend somewhere. Taurus Guys, though, popping the frenzy, goes in, taking so much damage from Freemason. He doesn't have his ultimate available. Spirit of the Night Winds doesn't land. Tory nearly dead to the final tick of the Desert Fury. El Chuckles goes to the Somersault Cloud over the top of that Typhoon. Envision Eyes taking so much damage. Chuckles beating him with a stick. He kills him with the Sunder Divine. Divine's in the middle of the 2 towers there, between the tier 2 tower and the Phoenix as he picks up the kill. KO with that Nike ultimate, getting a little bit of a hell shield, but 3 members of Kanga are dead, along with their tier 1 tower in the mid lane, and their tier 2 tower is soon to follow. It took us like 30 minutes to kill a tower in the last game, Nightfall, and we have 4 dead in 12.5 minutes.
So, this is interesting. I mean, it's all tilt from Kanga. Legacy, they'll be running off that hive like, oh wow, that game was rough, but we finally did it. They're excited and they're engaging. They know exactly what they should be doing, and it's just tipping the scales. One goes up, the other shoots straight back down rather than being even. So very interesting to see how much that affects these teams.
Well, we can see how it's affecting Kanga right now.
Most certainly.
It's a rough situation they find themselves in, down 13,000 experience and 11,000 gold. This is a bigger lead than we saw all of last game for either team. So Legacy very much in control now as Freemason picks off Desecrator for the 5th time. Well, this is the 5th time that Kukulkan's fallen down, I should say. Now, KO's in a little bit of trouble. Backfire, meatball combination. Going to do about half his HP as Chuckles is now chasing down this Nike. He will have his 72 transformations. Just a minute. Beats him with the stick. Will the blue stone penalty be enough? It won't be. Chuckles forced to retreat. Right-hand side, Galen and Taurus Guys push down one tower. They're now looking for the tier 2. Weaves coming in here to try and stop this aggression. But I don't know if he's going to be able to do it all by himself. He might be able to do it as he clears all the minions. Ultimate comes down from Galen. Taurus Guy pops the frenzy, but there's not enough damage to kill this tower. And Chuckles is rotating his way slowly down to this lane. Taurus Guy's taking so much damage. And Kanga, I don't think they know the trouble that they're in for.
No, I mean, it's so difficult here for Kanga to do anything. Legacy just keep battering on their doors, keep killing them, keep taking all their objectives, and still no kills there.
No kills for Kanga. They did get a tower though, so at least that's one benefit for them, one positive thing they could say about this game. Red buff being taken here now by Legacy Esports. And Vision Eyes standing in the jungle, a little bit unsure what to do, I think. Backfire, he actually teleports into Divine. Typhoon coming through, doesn't land onto the mid lane. And Vision Eyes pulls Freemason towards him. Freemason's like, alright, thanks for making it easy for me. And he claims his 4th kill of this game.
Is that a Doom Orb on the support for Legacy? Oh my word.
He's got 11 stacks on it already as well.
What?
Can we just like skip the steel mail and went straight to Doom Orb? Damage Terror is the new meta.
Alright,
oh, Tori picked up from downtown by Divine. Limits picks up Desecrator. He blinks in! The Vulcan has a blink. Limits gets a double kill. And Legacy are toying with Kanga.
I would say this is mad disrespect, but I mean, when you're ahead, you can do literally anything you want, as we see. So, yeah, I don't think there's any way back here for Kanga anymore. Legacy just need to take the time to close the game.
And there's not really much Kanga could do. I mean, they could potentially surrender once we hit the 20-minute mark, but this is the 2nd game of the best of 3 series where they lost game 1, so they lose this, they're out of it, they lose the series, and you only play a very limited number of games in the CGPL, and since it's in groups, so, you know, every game is really important, but, you know, I mean, sometimes you just have to hold the L as a team and just need to move past it. You know, in the NFL, after like crushing defeats, one of the traditions is to burn the game tape and to just forget that game ever existed. And I think that's what Kanga needs to do is forget this game ever existed. As Vision Eyes is obliterated by Chuckles and the rest of the Legacy crew. Taurus Guy's perfectly body blocked there by Legacy and the pillar coming out on her. Fire Giant started up by Limits as we're hitting the 17-minute mark. And this is not the beginning of the end for Kanga. I think the beginning of the end was probably when they loaded into game.
Yeah, just the pick and bans. I mean, as you said during pick and bans, the first 3 picks, they were fantastic. And then the second 2 picks in Nike and Kukulkan, like why?
Yeah. 0-8 for the Kukulkan. So a little bit past my mark of, what did I say? I think 7 deaths minimum. So we've exceeded that mark already. Galen split pushing. I mean, you know, this is what you can do in these situations as well as look for the split push. But they are losing towers over on the right-hand side, and given that Legacy has Fire Giant, they're definitely going to be looking at these Phoenixes.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what they need to do is just close out this game. I mean, we keep mentioning it, but they're just so far ahead. Like, this is devastating.
Oh, KO destroyed. Tori destroyed. Freemason jumping into the Titan pit, trying to find Desecrated. Divine blinks in and backfires to pick up the kill on his opposite number. Right-hand side, Phoenix is melted like butter as Legacy are now pushing into the Titan pit. The Suns are raining down from Galen. Limits forced to use an active. Galen takes 3/4 of his health from one ability of Freemason. And Vision Eyes managed to get back into the fountain to heal himself up. Chuckle's taking some damage now from the Titan. Titan is being chunked down by Legacy now, but they drop it Do they? Did they reset? Are they committing to this end? At 18.5 minutes of the game, Vulcan ultimate comes out as KO takes a lot of damage. They're trying to commit to the end, but Kanga, they force the reset of the Titan, and Legacy forced to run away as Tori Skies picks up the first kill for Kanga. Typhoon comes through. Frenzy pop from Tori as Galen picks up Divine. This is it, Nightfall. The comeback is real. The switch has been flipped, and Kanga are still fighting. They're fighting on. They will not go quietly into the night.
2 kills for Kanga, but the first blood for them was at 18 minutes. What is that?
All right,
I mean,
take it all back.
you gotta take the positivity where you can, but rough game for Kanga.
It is indeed. Freemason Tawny KO in the mid lane, gets off his ultimate. Shield comes up for KO through his ultimate. Freemason taking a lot of damage, forced to jump away. Weave pushing up the right hand side by himself. Chuckles TPing in. Chuckles drives his 5-minion wave in effectively. He might be able to win the game all by his own.
That'd be cool. one man ending the game. We'll see if it happens. Does it not?
So we're already seeing, clear signs of defeat on the side of Kanga. Lono's Mask and Swiftwing fought by Envisionize. He is respawning in base enough that the Swiftwing is worth it so he can get out fast enough and get the farm that's available on the map. And I guess maybe the Lono's Mask, because if he's not getting the farm, if he gets assists on it, at least maybe he gets some gold back. I'm not sure, but Desecrator is going to take his 11th spill of the game.
So you mentioned that the Doom Orb had like 11 stacks like 2 or 3 minutes ago, and now the Doom Orb on Weave is only at 17 stacks.
27. It's a 27 stacks.
27? Oh.
Yeah. By Tori, by Middle Phoenix, and by this game. As Legacy looking to end it, the ultimate comes out from Divine. A few basics from limits is enough to finish it 35-2. 20.5 minutes into this game. I think we can move quickly past this one.
Yeah, I mean, how about that one never happened? Legacy could pride themselves on that one. I guess that they'll never live that one down.
Yeah.
So
0-11 Kukulkan. That's
How about we don't pick Kukulkan anymore, just Crater.
I mean, he is the Thoth one-trick pony.
Still is not bad though.
Thoth was banned in that game. Yeah, Scylla was available. Ra was available. A whole lot of things were available.
Many things.
Yeah, but what was not available was a
kill for him.
Yeah, a kill for him or a win for Kanga. So that's going to do it for game number 2. We're going to go to a short break and then we're back with our second set, Darksided versus Avant Garde.